My little girl grew up watching this version of Alice in Wonderland. So as soon as I saw that they had made it into a tarot deck, I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta look at it, and I gotta give it to her. I hope that she likes it. I'm gonna give it to her. She's not little anymore. She's 28, but still, she grew up with this, and I want her to see it and hopefully enjoy it. So first, I told her I'm going to use it for a video. So we're going to look at it first before we give it to her and see if it's Queen Auset approved. Okay. This is the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. I got it from Amazon.com. I am an Amazon affiliate, as many of you know. So underneath this video will be a link to this deck. And it will be my affiliate link. They will give me a few pennies if any of you purchase it. And I'll be eternally grateful. So I'm going to do the introduction, and then I'm going to show you the guidebook and all the contents in every single card. My name is QueenAusetHeru. And thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like this deck. Please leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you're interested in getting a reading or becoming a patron on Patreon, or any of those things, look underneath this video because I leave a lot of information. At the very top will be the link to this deck, and underneath that will be everything about me. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you. Okay, front of it. I'm going to show you the back in case anybody wants to screenshot it. Not a lot is written here, so it's not a long read. The price is there. Now I'm going to open it. Now, one of the things I love about this box that I always look for, you guys know, is the finger holes. Awesome finger holes. This is on the inside of the box. I love that. One of the best parts about Alice in Wonderland is the tea party. And this is how it looks when you open it. Pull the ribbon and you will find the guidebook. Now, before I get into the cards, we're going to take a quick flip. Ooh, guidebook is awesome because they are in full color. There's an upright and the reverse. Perfect. So if you're somebody who is newly into tarot, there's spreads in the back. So this will be a very helpful resource. And I love the fact that it's in color. Love that. Now I'm going to pull out the cards and I'm going to show them. This is the inside of the box. The bottom has a ribbon for pulling. And let's look at the cards. Let's look at the first one. So they're thin. They're thin. Look how, see, very thin cardstock. I don't mind it though because that cardstock in particular, I'm gonna tell you, shuffles really well. If you're a ruffle shuffler, it shuffles really well. So I'm not mad at it. Let me see. Standard size tarot card. There is the back of it. Awesome. If you have small hands or big hands, you should be able to maneuver these because of the size. There is a border. I could do without the border, but it's not intrusive. It would have been nice if this was here and the picture went all the way. I've seen them doing that now, and I like that choice. For people that like borders and the picture goes all the way, love that choice. Let me see. Beautiful colors. The colors are awesome. Immediately I see that. Okay. I think my daughter's going to like this. Great cardstock. It's not too glossy. See how that is? So there's a little bit of shine to it, but not as much as, you know, the glossier ones. Not that anything is wrong with the gloss, but it's just hard to photograph. So as you can see, I don't know if you're into, oh, they've renamed some of the cards too, by the way. The mystery is the High Priestess. So take notice. If you're somebody who's a beginner, take notice that some of them are renamed. Not all of them, because the Empress is the Empress. And if you're an old seasoned reader like myself, Don't forget that, because that could be important later. And it doesn't look like they're all renamed, as you can see. Some of them are the same. So, like the Hierophant is still the Hierophant, you know. Now, interestingly enough, I love the colors. The colors are really doing it for me. The lovers are now the pair, which I like, because calling this the lovers card and they're two brothers is kind of weird. So I like that choice, but I don't know. I think instead of the pair, I would have used the partners, but you know, because partner has a connotation of, it could be your business partner, it could be your partner, you know, partner could be just, you know, your friend, but the pair works fine. The art is good. I'm feeling the art. It's very close to the movie, or what I remember. I don't even remember the movie well, but it's close to what I remember of the movie. I have another Alice in Wonderland deck. It's called the Alice Tarot, and that's the one that I use. I prefer mine, to be honest with you, because mine is from Baba Studios, and the craftsmanship and the quality of it are just chef's kiss. This is not a bad alternative, though. It's a much more affordable alternative, I'll tell you that. I think I paid like $200 for the Alice Tarot, literally. So this is a much more affordable option if you're somebody who loves Alice but doesn't want to spend that kind of money, or couldn't get your hands on it. Because I don't even know if the Alice Tarot is still being, you know, if it's still being sold, but this is a great alternative. Suspension. So the Hanged Man is suspension. And these are like from the scenes from the movie. Just kind of I don't know if they just took it right. Well, I guess they would have to. I'm thinking, I don't know if they took it right from the movie. Transformation is death, so they changed that one. I don't know if they took it right from the movie, or they just kind of, you know, use similar. It looks like they use similar images and just put them into the tarot backing, which is awesome. Temptation. So the devil is temptation. So it seems like they renamed some of the more difficult cards. That's what it looks like to me. The devil is a difficult card. The lovers, it makes sense to rename. The High Priestess isn't a difficult card, but the mystery does go more along with Alice. So I like it. Oh, the star. Love the star. The moon. The moon looks really good. That's a great depiction. Because that Cheshire Cat, man, reminds me of the energy of the moon. Lunacy. It definitely reminds me of that. Between the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter, this was... And I haven't seen the Mad... Yes, I did. We saw the Mad Hatter at the beginning. I was getting ready to say I didn't see him, because you know why? I was thinking of Johnny Depp. I was like, I didn't see Johnny Depp. That's because he's not the Mad Hatter in this universe. That's the universe that I was thinking of. So here we have the King of Flowers. I'm assuming, I don't know, guys. I don't know if flowers are, what suit flowers are. But they're the flowers. We're going to have to look in the book to see what suit that is. Beautiful. These are pippish, as they say. But they're illustrated pips, and they have some variety to them. I don't mind these pips. See, I mind pips. And pips are basically when the minor arcana is not really... Well, those are the court cards. Let's see what it says about the other minors and the flowers. But pippish is when the image is basically the same, but it's just another number. So here we have the one of flowers, which is the ace of whatever. It would be like this, and then the next card would be just two of the same flower. You know, but they didn't seem to do that. See, they have variety going with theirs. They're using different flowers. It's still not as illustrated as the other, you know, as the major arcana or the court cards, but there is variety. I really do prefer fully illustrated pip cards, because I think you can really, they could have used a lot more scenes from the movie. They could have used a lot more scenes and did the whole deck, actually. I would have loved to see that, but it's not a bad choice. It's not my favorite choice, but it's not an awful choice. So I don't know if flowers are wands or pentacles. I was thinking they could be pentacles because pentacle is earth energy, but I'm not certain until we finish the suit. Yeah, see what I mean? Like they're continuing to use, you know, the same flowers, but they're changing how, they're changing which one is in the middle. Some of them are connecting. So they're doing some, you know, some choices with that. So yeah. Flowers. Now the next suit is hedgehogs. So I have no clue what they're doing here. They've really gone rogue with the suits, which I don't mind. Go rogue. I don't mind going rogue. If it's your deck, you don't have to stick with the traditional names, the traditional suits. It's fine. It's up to us as the readers to read the book, which many of us don't do, or, you know, some kind of way to figure out what the suits represent. So as you can see, the court cards are illustrated, the majors are illustrated, and then the minors are illustrated a little bit, put it like that. I like the fact that I can actually show you these cards and the glare isn't that bad. I like hedgehogs. I read a long time ago a hedgehog theory. And ever since I read that hedgehog theory, I have loved hedgehogs. Let me tell you the hedgehog theory. The hedgehog theory says that hedgehogs have these little prickly things on their bodies. They're not depicted here. They don't show the prickliness of them. But in real life, they have these prickly things on them like a porcupine, right? And they said that the hedgehogs they want to get warm. So they want to get close to each other. But they can only get so close before they stab each other with their little prickly things. And this hedgehog theory, which you can Google, was basically talking about human beings. And it was saying that that's how we are. That, you know, we can only get so close before we start to hurt each other. And I was like, that's freaking brilliant. I was like, that is brilliant. And it reminded me a lot of Aquarius, because I was talking, you know, I was doing like a video about Aquarius when I was talking about it. As a matter of fact, I did a video where I talked about all of it. If you type in Ask an Aquarius hedgehog theory, you'll see it. And I'll try to remember to put it right here when I do the editing for this video. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting. It's like, you know, and it's not all people, of course, but it's like I've noticed in my lifetime from other people and talking about it that a lot of people feel that way. Like you get close to another person, it can often get painful. And that's true. That's why, when I talked about Aquarius, a lot of Aquarius are loners and people always wonder why. And that's why. It's not just the fact that we like being alone, which we do entertain ourselves very efficiently, but it's also the fact that many Aquarius don't want to get hurt. Like everybody else in the world, you know, who wants to get hurt, you know? But for us, because we don't want to get hurt, we have a tendency to stick to ourselves because we can self-soothe, we can entertain ourselves, and we start to feel like, I can take care of me, I'm good. But we're not meant to be alone in this world. So I always tell people, Aquarius and not, to remember that. At least one other person that you're cool with. Now, I'm assuming spears are swords. So, what's this, Queen? Yeah, I would assume that this is swords. We can look and see what we think. Cool. Great images, but I really I'm struggling to like, is this a sword? Is this the sword suit? I think it might be. Yeah, because that looks like a sword, right? So I'm thinking that the spears are the swords. But that's not it's called something. I don't know what this is called. It's not a sword. There's a name for it because I've seen knights holding them when they do matches, those jousting matches. I forgot what it's called, but it's a similar energy because they darn sure stab each other with them. So very, very similar. 4. Yeah, yeah, very pippish. So if that's something that bothers you, you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like it. When I was looking at Star Trek Next Generation, oh my god, I was so heartbroken because I'm an old head Trekkie. Back in the day when Next Generation was first out, when it was coming on TV, I watched it. I was like 17, 16 years old, you know. So I really wanted that deck, and when I saw it, it was all pips. And they were not well done. Like, this is kind of, like I said, random. They made some unique different choices, but for Star Trek, it was not well done. I didn't even buy it because I was just like heartbroken. I was just disappointed. So if somebody gives it to me, I will definitely do a review on it, but I'm not buying it. And the teacups, I'm assuming, are the cups. So the only one, so if that's swords and these are cups, then the flowers have got to be wands, and the hedgehogs have got to be pentacles. That's what I'm thinking. Now I'm gonna look it up, but that's what I would think, because I know this has got to be cups. And one thing about me, the suit of cups is my favorite suit, even though I'm an air sign. Aquarius is the water bearer, so we do have a good relationship with intuition. Oh, the kitty, so cute. All right, and here are the cups. So that is really cool. I like that first one. But then, as you can see, yeah, they continue. You know, they got some randomness to it, but it's very similar. And that's why I said I would love to have seen them use actual scenes from the movie, because I'm sure they could have used, for the cups, they could have used different scenes from the tea party. That would have been perfect. So it's all kind of little scenes that they could have used. In the scene where, you know, Alice, I think it's a scene where she's like fighting, or somebody's fighting. They could have used that for the spears. So they could have did some other choices with this than what we're seeing right now. And what we're seeing isn't the worst, but I do really feel like it would have been better if they had used the other method I talked about. The actual scenes from the movie. Teacups. And so as you can see, you know, they're different. They're not exactly, because on Star Trek they're exactly the same. There's no difference. So I gotta give them that. They did at least do that much. So that is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. I'm gonna take a quick look at the book and see if they tell us the suits. Alright, so here go the majors. And we're gonna see flowers. I don't see it in here, but I think we're right about that, because they don't mention it. I probably would have to read through the guidebook. That's why I said it pays to read the guidebook. But I would have to look through it to see if they told me how the suits are renamed. Okay, let's see here. All right, so it looks like, yeah, flowers are wands, and the hedgehogs are the pentacles, the swords are the spears, and the teacups are the cups. So we're right. We got it right. We got it right, y'all. So we're right about that aspect of it. That makes sense, though. It makes the perfect sense, because I was thinking that flowers could be pentacles, or they could be wands, but because of the hedgehogs can only be pentacles in my mind. So I was right about how they classified it. So I like it. I think it's cute. I wish they had made some different choices with the pips, like I said before. But other than that, I mean, I don't think it's a bad deck. I was also looking for my buddy the caterpillar. Where's my caterpillar buddy? Oh, there he is. The blue. Let's see if we can find the blue caterpillar. He's on the box. So let's see if we see the blue caterpillar. Maybe you guys saw him when I was flipping through, because There, haha. Okay, I did see him, but I forgot about him. He's transformation. I love him. I love him so much. He's smoking this like obscure looking pipe. You don't know what's in the pipe. It's like, what's in that pipe, dog? With this fantasy y'all have going on. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going because my battery's dying. So you come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.